Test, 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 test. Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2. Test, 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 test. Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. Test 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. Testing. Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. Test 1 2 3. Test 1 2 3. Test 1 2 3. Test 1 2 3. Huh. Testing 1 2. Test 1 2. Test 1 2. Test 1 2. Okay. Testing 1 2 3. 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 Test testing. Test testing. Testing. Testing testing. Testing 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 testing.
of Clayton State University for tonight's NCAA Division II women's soccer game. Tonight's game features the Francis Marion University Patriots and your Clayton State Lakers. Now for tonight's starting
After a
lineup.
12-year pause, the rivalry between
The
the
Patriots of
schools
Francis Marion.
don't see each other too much, obviously.
Goal number 1,
And that Sierra pretty much common for their continues here tonight. And welcome everyone, Jason with you. Welcome you alongside the Clayton State Lakers.
Number 4,
As they have their two-game homestand coming off of that tie on Wednesday at 5-2-1. Francis Marion, the Patriots, who are looking at their
number 7, Jessica Garnett.
trying to get things back on track there, 0-9
Number 9,
for the season. We'll get you set here with the starting lineups and then let you know about what you really can look for in this game. Let's get the first starting lineups for Clayton State. As always, it's Maria Marty Bardich wearing number 10. She'll get her 9th start of the year. Leads the way with 5 goals on the season. You see Renee Gillespie in the lineup as well, her 5th start. And Nina Tapio, the young lady from Finland, gets her 2nd start of the year. You see Erica Guernsey returning. She did not play the last match. We'll also see in the midfield Tobin Soleil from Sweden, wears number 13.
And now the starters for your 2016 Clayton State Lakers.
Don't you? Yes, I do, of course.
Starting in
from
goal,
Ecuador,
number
wearing
0,
number 13.
redshirt
She's
junior, Jessica
Yasmin
Sharman.
Brown, a young lady back in the defensive.
Junior midfielder, number 3, Erica
As well
Guernsey.
back there, wearing number 5, Alexis
Freshman
Gibson,
defender, number
Texas,
4,
wearing number 19. We'll also see Mari Gur from Stockbridge, with number 22, and wearing number 0 in goal, Jessica Charman. So there's your starting lineup for the 5 and 2.
Renee Gillespie.
Now let's meet the starting lineup for the Francis Marion Patriots.
Maria
Led by
Marty
Wiggum. Wiggum wears number 20, her 10th start of the year. Here from Ocean City, Maryland, has 3 goals and 7 points. Like we said, she's the lead goal scorer. We'll also see Carly Gautier, a freshman, wears number 6. Haley Bigler wears number 4. She's also a forward. Emily Brahmer will be a midfielder, wearing number 13. Brahmer with 5 shots on the year. Avery Towns wears number 2, also in the midfield. On defense, we'll see Melanie Much wears number 9. Let's pause for the national anthem. Well, let's see. It'll be Sarah Cantano. Cantano wears number 14. We're about to pause for the national anthem. And we'll do so now, and then get you the rest of the starting lineup for Francis Marion in just a moment. All right, national anthem done, and we'll restart on the starting lineups for Francis Marion. We told you about Sierra Cantano, and Cantano wears number 14.
Jessica Garnett back as well as a defender from Rock Hill, South Carolina, wears number 7. Allie Duckworth in the starting lineup, who wears number 21. Also, it's Hannah Poulin, freshman, wears number 12. She'll be another defender in the starting lineup. And the goalkeeper is Casey Murakami, the junior from Charleston, South Carolina. Francis Marion, located in Florence, South Carolina. We'll tell you more about the school as the game progresses. Like we said, this has been a matchup that we have not seen in a little while just because, well, Francis Marion actually was D1. This is their first year back at D2. It's not been the way they have wanted to come back to D2 either. It is a young team, a team that is in many ways rebuilding, like we said, 0-9, 0-4 in conference play. But they do have some bright spots, and they have had some good play, especially lately. They did come back with, I think, Wiggum leading the way the last time out, but had a 4-goal deficit to overcome, which they could not. So that's the opponent tonight, Clayton State. Really a tie last time, but more in a way a loss. They were up 2-0 at the half. They outshot their opponent last time out 14-3 at the half. And then a different team came out in the second half. We went to double overtime. It was tied at 2. And that's where we left off the last time we saw the women. So it has been a good season, though, for Clayton State. I'm sure they would have wanted that one the last time out if they could have gotten that against Montevallo, but it is what it is. And they have, I think, maybe learned one of those lessons about how they played so well in the first half and then kind of came out a little bit flat in the second. So we expect to see a charged-up team here this afternoon. Men will play at about 7:30 this evening. We have that broadcast for you as well. But the women set to kick off on a beautiful day, low 80s. Oh, just a touch of wind, not much at all. Marty Bardis out there, the leading scorer for the Lakers. And we're about to get things kicked off. A 45 on the clock, and here we go. So Marty Bardis will take it as Clayton State, right to left across your screen in white and orange. And the dark navy blue trimmed with white and red for Francis Marion. The Patriots, named after the Swamp Fox, Francis Marion. I'll tell you his story as the match goes on. And as the first touch is lost out of bounds, looking for a ball for a throw in here for Clayton State. Mari Durr will throw it in. And Clayton State trying to get it attacking early. We saw Gillespie lose it off of her foot. And so the Patriots come over with Sierra Cantano, freshman from Raleigh. Touch there for Brower. Brower's played a good defense. She's been more aggressive lately. Now she's up to 11 shots on the season. So we've seen her really kind of pushing the action a bit more in the attacking box. Here's Tapio. Tapio gets a touch. There's Brower again. Brower back just outside the box. Marty Bardis doing some work, trying to get it towards the goalkeeper, Murakami. Still haven't gotten to her yet. And it'll swing back out to the far side wing.
Step up, Mary, 10 yards. Step up. Got enough cover. Have a
For
look.
the first time for Erica Guernsey. Didn't see her last time. So first game she's not actually started or played in. We'll see the shadows progress as the afternoon will wear on. It will be one of those that will cover the field right where they are right now, but then that attacking third will be covered while the other side of the field will remain in sunlight until the sun goes down. Just about close to the time we're wrapping this one up. Have our first corner of the afternoon for Clayton State. So they'll take it from the far side. See an outswinger. That'll be batted in the air and finally kicked over to the near side sideline by Francis Marion. So they play a nice defense for the moment, ushering it out as the defense was conducted there by Tori Wiggum. Tapio trying to play it in. bounced out again toward central portion of the field, taken by Marty Bardis. Marty Bardis moving ahead. Marty Bardis onside. She'll put a shot on goal off the keeper's hands. Nicely blocked there by Murakami. Casey Murakami, the junior from Charleston, with now her 61st save of the season. It's been a rough ride for her. She's been tested quite a bit. When you consider this is her 10th game and 9th start, she's had 37 goals allowed and now 61 saves. The header into the box, covered by Murakami after the corner. Murakami, as a kid, wanted to be a firefighter. Well, she's been putting out some fires this season in the crease. Nice drop kick, goes all the way out across the center line. Gibson had her first touch of it, and now we'll see it played back by Nietanen. Bacarizo on the far side wing, and that will roll out, and we'll get the throw in here for Francis Marion and Jessica Garnett. So Garnett on the far side, in front of the fans and the stands. A long throw in, tries to get it over to more the middle of the field. Looked like it was Anthony there for a moment. And Poulin. Either way, they have not made significant penetration into the attacking third so far, have the Patriots. Tapio moves it over to the near side. Soleil moves it ahead on a hop from the keeper out. Murakami before the push of Renee Gillespie could get there. Gillespie, the junior from Kansas City, Kansas. 2 goals on the season for her. Now her 5th start of the year. And Gillespie, it was sort of intended for her. The young lady from Sweden, Soleil, loses it on the sideline. And now the throw in here for Francis Marion.
Can't get the ball if you're standing there.
Pushing heavily there to try to get that ball is Brower. He'll force it out of bounds. Nicely played, though, defensively as she was against Emily Brommer. Francis Marion will throw it in. Cartano, long throw in. Over the head, though, of her teammate Haley Bigler. And now Brower, Johnny Brower, moves it ahead. Tapio, fellow countryman, now moves it down this near side and too far for Tobin Soleil. Here from Coping, Patrick Henry Community College. Interesting, like I said, she went to Patrick Henry Community College, named after one Patriot, now playing Francis Marion, another Patriot. There's Soleil in the corner. Moves it to the middle, it's headed back out, and some good defense, especially in that penalty box, but Marty Bardis tried to play it in, deflected for the moment. She'll get it back now off the pass. They'll move it to the middle. Marty Bardis hooks it and just misses a goal with another beautiful save from Murakami, who has come up aces so far in the first 5 minutes of this match. She's had 2 that she has had to leave her feet for. Both times with goals for sure if she wouldn't have made contact, and she had to leave her feet. We'll see another corner for Clayton State into the box and on top of the net. So not a good ball there for that set piece for Clayton State. And there's 38:20 on the clock, still scoreless. Bill Schindler with you. We thank you for tuning in. Just underway, Francis Marion, the Patriots looking for their first one of the season. Clayton State looking to have at least an unbeaten record at home. They are 5-2-1 on the year. Like we said, we haven't seen this matchup since 12 years, 2004. These players were probably in middle school back then. Tapio moving forward. Tapio just outside the box. Will look, a little touch pass to the middle. They're looking for Gillespie, and Gillespie gets the first score of the match. 37-41 left in the first half. It's a 1-0 lead on the 3rd goal of the year from the junior from Kansas City, Kansas. She'll pick up points number 6 and 7. And It's a nice pass into the interior, finally to beat Murakami. So 1-0 lead early for Clayton State. And we'll get underway. It's a roster that doesn't see too many changes. They really only substitute about, if you're taking out the goalkeeper, they will sometimes, but just regular positions. They have 4 players they go to on the bench.
Come on, Ina!
So
Come on,
it's
Ina!
not a really, at least deep team is, we've seen some teams, I mean, we'll substitute and have a roster that's almost 20, 30 deep, and they'll just continue working down that bench. Lindsay Morgan has kept it sort of simple. She's got a young team. Really looking as this will move again to Gillespie, and we'll have a whistle, the flag up, and this time a little too aggressive, an offside call on Renee Gillespie, who just scored. He was looking for another score quickly.
Position, come on. Ina, turn around,
But
second ball.
Tapio and Gillespie have been a good combination, the freshman to the junior so far. We've seen Tapio get some more playing time. They like her. She's been really a nice addition in the front line. Here's Gibson to play it out. Stalwart fullback.
Mary, we don't back off there. We come and we try and win the header.
Forward to Soleil. Soleil in the near side corner. She'll try to work off that wing. Soleil doing some fancy footwork is Tobin. Trying to come back is Durr. Durr to clean it up after she lost it. And it'll be a whistle. And headed in the direction of the Patriots.
Turn around and let them come to you.
First free kick we'll see for Francis Marion. Florence, South Carolina, that's about, roughly an hour and a half, hour and 20 minutes to the east of Columbia, South Carolina, depending on how fast you drive.
I want you dropping off and coming to meet the ball. We're positioning ourselves. Get on your toes.
Florence, the intersection, if you wanted to find it quickly on the map, between Interstate 20 and 95. Played back by Soleil. Marty Bardis. Marty Bardis driving. She'll have it pinball off a defender. Gets it back. Feeds it over. Brower tries to be sneaky with it into the far side corner, but she'll send it a bit wide. Looking for her first goal is the freshman from Aarhus, Denmark.
You have to be one option.
Murakami.
On your toes, second ball, remember what we said.
South Carolina state champion twice.
Yana, too close.
And
Drop off
as she
and come
kicks
in.
it out, she has faced some power, or I should say some pressure situations before, as Tapio will play it to the wing again. Tapio keeping it in bounds, barely. Nicely guarded over there on the far side by Cartano. And it will go as a corner here for Clayton State.
Step up 10 yards. Step
And
up 10 yards,
we'll
Mary.
see Marty Bardis to take it. Maria Marty Bardis. But like we said, Murakami has won that state championship twice in South Carolina. One time she had to stop 2 penalty kicks in a shootout to win the state title. That back in 2013. On its way, the in-swinger. Headed in. Nicely played by Kennesaw State on the set piece. We'll see if we can get the number on her, as that was Tovin's. No, I'm sorry, it will be 15. Okay, that's Bacariso. Couldn't really see her number as the front of her jersey was turned toward us, and so they'll give it to Manoli Bacariso, goal number 4 for the freshman from Guayaquil, Ecuador. 2-0 already. As the 34-minute mark, Marty Bardis picks up the assist. So the assist is number 4 for Marty Bardis. Points number 10 and 11 for Bacariso. A point for Marty Bardis makes it 14, and we'll see the first corner of the afternoon for the Patriots.
Keep moving. Don't stand on your
So
toes.
maybe the first test for Jessica Charman in
Stand on your
goal.
toes. Mark the man.
Here it comes. Charman out, has to go off her fingertips and then falls on it. Nicely done by Charman. She lost it. Now it was an awkward situation to be in for what was just about a long second. Then she smothered it, and now we'll have the drop kick. She'll angle it out just over the halfway line. 33-20 and ticking. in the first half. Already a 2-0 lead for Clayton State. They equal now their scoring output from the match on Wednesday. Here's Marty Bartas already with that assist, trying to feed Gillespie, and that'll be knocked out, but quickly they'll recover. Here's Soleil into the corner, and she is forced to the end line there by the defender. Sierra Cartano.
See the ball, go back.
And that out on Clayton State, and the goal kick for Murakami.
Murray, again, there's a 2v1 option. All you got to do is tell her to hold the ball. Make that run.
Now it's been an ideal start for Fergal Ford and his
Ball in,
squad.
Come on, doggy, this should be moving already.
It's a game that, with the records,
Ina, I need you to
obviously
react every time.
Francis
Every
Marion
time
at
for the
0-9
second ball.
in
Okay,
Ford
good girl.
Conference, the underdog. However, like we said, we saw what happened with Montevallo the last match for the Lakers. I mean, just demolished them in the first half of play, up 2-0 at halftime, and outshot them 14-3. And then it's like they switched uniforms, and Montevallo came out and played a much better match in the second half. Tied it at 2, and that led to the tie. A whistle foul from behind is Soleil. It will go against Melanie Much, the junior from Valley Center, California. I believe Valley Center out in the... I'm not quite sure. Actually, I think that's out in the valley. I was going to say out in the desert area, but I think that's more north of there. On its way, nicely played in by Meetonen. And Gillespie had another opportunity, kept alive by Brower. And we'll see Marty Bartas trying to wind up for that, and then she was pushed out of the way. Nicely taken away there by Francis Marion.
Step forward, Murray, step forward.
But right back to Marty Bartas. Anthony out there. I didn't see Anthony in the starting lineup, but maybe I missed that. I guess she is, the senior from Woodstock, Georgia. She is wearing number 11, so that's who we have on our roster. And my apologies for missing her in the starting lineup. Here's Marty Bartas moving over to Soleil. Soleil crosses and off of the defender, but she'll get it right back. Will Tobin Soleil. So nicely play it and walking a tightrope down that end line and trying to put it on goal, Clayton State, but unfortunately it is knocked over the keeper's head, over the crossbar. But we'll have another corner. I believe this is the 4th already of the match. So we'll see the corner from Erica Guernsey. Guernsey sends a high ball in. It's trying to be a header for Brower, but couldn't get it on goal. Played back by Meetonen, put on goal, and nicely stopped again by Murakami. Murakami.
Look at the field.
I mean, it has been basically all of her so far, and we're only 29:54 till the half. A 2-0 lead already for Clayton State. We've seen Charman tested just one time. She had a bit of a bobble, but then fell right on top of it and secured it. That's been the best chance, though, for Francis Marion at this point.
2 for 9. We'll get you in.
Bill Schindler alongside. Appreciate you tuning in, and we'll have more soccer doubleheader for you here from the lot. The men taking on Francis Marion at 7:30 approximately. We said that last time. It was more like 8 o'clock with the doubleheader, or I'm sorry, with a double overtime. We should say the last time out. Like we said, it was right now we didn't expect that, but started the same way last time. Have a substitution, Avery Towns. So that's who we had. We thought she was in the starting lineup. Towns comes in. Now she does. And we'll see the first substitution of the match as Melania Much comes out. Towns, a freshman from Fairmont, West Virginia. A lot of players on this roster from the north. 2 players from Maryland, a player from West Virginia, and a lot of them young players. And they're looking, as we said, to turn this program around. They did drop back from Division I. Francis Marion was in the peach belt, as there's Bacariso in the shadows, looking to pass toward the middle. Brower with two players on her, crosses right into the waiting people's
Tobin,
hands of
cover in the center,
Murakami.
right in the center, Tobin.
Covered
Well
up
done, Mary.
there,
Stay there,
and
Tobin.
as
Stay.
it still remains
Stay.
2-0 at the 23-minute mark.
Nina, from the kick, Nina, from the kick.
Sun starting to get lower in the sky and shining toward more of the benches
Maria, Yana,
and
react.
into the coach's eyes. But like we said, they remain for every other sport in the Peach Belt.
Tobin, put out wide.
If they went up to D1
Tobin,
in
out
soccer,
here.
now they're back.
Right here.
That's why we haven't seen a East Conference match,
Her feet.
or matchup for that matter, since 2004.
Tobin, look
Actually,
around.
I'm sorry, that was
Look
back
here.
in 2005 was the last one. First meeting was October 5th, 96.
Tori, be aware! Tori, drop more in the central right now.
Okay, they met up in Aiken as a non-conference matchup. That was when they were still at D1. They met twice since they left for D1. It was a 1-1 in Florence on October 23rd, 2005. Clayton State won 5-0. And then in Aiken on September 23rd, 2015, we'll have an injured player down for Clayton State to train her over. See if we can identify her. Right into the sun and right in the shadows. There we go, Ina Tapio. That's the young lady down. Unfortunately for the freshman, like we said, getting her second start. Now she's sitting up. Had a little bit of a water break here for both sides. So Tapio up and hobbling. She's walking off, but she's walking off very gingerly and with that limp. So that's not the best sign. Like we were talking about, we've seen her really start to play well as of late, getting her second start. This is her 14th year playing soccer. Starting young.
Abby.
Majoring in supply chain management. And
Thank you.
we'll see for the first time Claudia Granja, senior from Barcelona.
5 minutes, Renee.
She'll be coming in
Let me know how you
for
are.
the injured Tapio. We just hope it's nothing too big for the freshman forward from Salo, Finland. So Tapio has scored it off. A 2-0 lead for Clayton State. 25-53, I think, on the clock. Right now the scoreboard moving in the sun, so not exactly easy to read at times. So that's why sometimes we'll have to give you just an approximate. Foul on Francis Marion. Here's a free kick for Clayton State.
Can you play the ball? Mary, come
Jasmine
back here.
Meetinen to keep it ahead into the attacking third, down into those shadows. Marty Bardis surrounding it, but played back there for the moment by Emily Brommer and Francis Marion.
Go,
Coming to
2v1.
the wing, there's
2v1. Take it to
Durr
her.
moving it ahead. She had some space to work with, passes it off to Soleil. Tobin Soleil will play it back to Durr. Mare Durr losing it by trapped in that corner, and a nice play to get it out, but we'll have a whistle. Francis Marion down there, a little bit of peril. And
Look, send it in. Too many passes.
we're going to have
Send the ball.
Francis Marion, I believe, get fouled down there, and they'll have a
Mary,
free
it's too
kick.
tight there for an overlap. Go back inside. Come on. Don't need it.
Haven't seen much of Tori Wiggum. She's the senior from Ocean City, Maryland.
Tobin, get back in front
Who
of 20
has
here, and if you can come forward to the
Career
ball, then
10
fine.
goals,
Have a
3
look
of
around
them
every
coming
time.
this
Let's go. Get on your
season.
toes. Come and win this header.
Like we said, she has been their leading offensive scorer, and They just haven't found a way to get it to her. She does get a touch, though, right there in front of Durr, but it's played back there by Clayton State. They look for Wiggum off of the foot of Gibson. So they'll deflect her out of bounds. And now one of the best opportunities for a throw-in on this near side sideline for the Patriots. Cartano throws it in. It's been touched by Kelly Anthony. Granha plays it to her feet after a big bounce. Granha now slows it down. She's out ahead of everyone. There's Gillespie. Gillespie with a goal already on the match. She'll play it back. Good defense by Francis Marion to pick her pocket. Now they'll look for Wiggum. Tori Wiggum. A breakaway for a bit on the wing. Now she plays it off of Durr. Durr will exit it to the near side sideline and we'll have a throw in for the Patriots.
Look on your left shoulder now.
So a good 30, 45 seconds so far for the Patriots. Sierra Cartano will throw it in. And a whistle is foul from behind. And well, actually, it will be a foul. They'll call. I thought maybe it had gone out, but it was called a foul before it did go out. Free kick for Kelly Anthony from Woodstock, Georgia, just north of here. For all 19 matches last year, did Anthony 92 shots and 9 goals in her 54 matches. Nice ball into the box, headed back though by Gibson, and they'll put it a little bit wide as Charman watched it sail over her head, but wide of the crossbar. That's coming in, I believe, off the foot of Haley Bigler.
Put your foot through the ball. Get it 40 yards. We can't be happy with that. All right?
So they'll play a little bit of direct soccer there, trying for that long shot on goal, and might have been a little bit more accurate. Perhaps it would have been a little bit of a challenge, though, for Charman. Charman's only 5'5", and that was a pretty high ball for her, but it was well offline. Gets in back. Let's see if she'll play it back to her keeper. She instead plays it off to the other side of Durr. Durr trying to get it out of the attacking third for Francis Marion. Some fancy footwork down the sideline. There's Soleil. Soleil will watch it go out, and let's see where the flag's going. Soleil thought it was in her direction. It is not. It's going back to Francis Marion.
Drop Sierra.
And Marty Bartis back to Tobin Soleil, and now up to Renee Gibson. Gibson and Bacariso both score here this afternoon.
Straight there.
Granha plays it into those shadows over there on the far side. They grow with each moment as the sun dipping lower in the horizon, and we'll get behind those shaded trees, and then we'll see the left side of your screen and the left side of the field covered up in shadows, when it will still be on the right side sunlight for Clayton State, at least where they are now. Although I think they prefer to have it now the way it is and then play in the shadows, at least with their keeper in the shadows and Charman in the second half. Gillespie plays it back. Marty Bartis, the midfielder, back to the fullback Brower. I'm sorry, rather that's Mietonen. We'll see Erica Guernsey. Guernsey's a solid midfielder. Gets it over to Brower, and now moving down that far side with Granha with a touch for the moment. Nicely cut off on the wing by Francis Marion. Straight into the air, and that will be a hopper that will come over for Soleil. Tobin Soleil trying to nicely pass it back to Marty Bartis. Smart move there. Anytime you get the ball to Maria Marty Bartis, the graduate from Girona, Spain.
Keep the ball moving.
Like we said, she has 6 goals on the year, now 4 assists.
Keep the ball moving.
One in this match already. Guernsey playing it to the wing. I believe that's Bacariso over there. Hard to see in the shadows, but that's where she's playing on the wing.
Come on, White.
They'll
Keep
lose
the
it
ball
out of bounds.
moving.
Guernsey will take the throw in. 21:05 and ticking. A 2-0 lead for Clayton State already. As they struck early, and they've struck now often. Just outside the 18-yard box. Missing that there. The defender, a slight
Murray.
well, just went off the side of her shoe,
A
it
little
looked
bit of
like.
composure. Murray. Every time we touch the ball,
Serve came over, but lost out of bounds, so an opportunity on the near side wings. One of the Lakers to throw in for Francis Marion. Throw in down that near side sideline, played back by Brower. The 5'8" defender from Denmark has pushed. Here we are. We'll see Jane McKevitt, freshman from Thurles, Ireland. And she'll come in for the aforementioned Jane Brower. So Brower will get a rest till the second half. McKevitt, who is now in her 9th game. She started 5. One of those was in goal when Charman was injured and could not go. We're at the 20-minute mark. It's a 2-0 lead here in the first half for Clayton State. Gibson to the far side. Playing it across. And now they'll try to move it up to McKevitt. Gets her first touch of the match. McKevitt trying to force it up. Bacariso on the far side. And that'll be taken away, but I believe McKevitt comes back, takes it right away. Bacariso playing tough on that far side wing. Marty Bartis now with the touch. Back to Mietanen.
Go inside, Mary. Go in narrow.
Played into the zone. Granha had it in the box for a moment. Couldn't control it. Back outside. Let's see if they can set up a left-footed shot from Marty Bartis. Marty Bartis running out of real estate and cut off there by some good defense from Francis Marion. Trying to see who that
Erica,
was
10
who
yards.
came over
Yasmin, you should push her on there. You have 3v1.
to cut her off. I think Kelly Anthony.
Yeah, she
It
can drop in
was.
behind you. Loads of time if
Good
it
on
breaks.
her. She had a nice defensive stand. Right into the box. Marty Bartis, the ever-dangerous presence. The left footer right off of the keeper's left shin guard. Murakami with the save as they try to put it back in the box. Murakami out. The goal right now unprotected, but deflected out to the far side. So she parries the shot well, at least out to that far side and not into the middle, or else that would have been score number 3. And right now we'll have a ball that will hop out of bounds, and Clayton State will continue on this offensive attack. Throw in from the far side. Casey Murakami, although scored on twice, has had some pretty outstanding saves at times. Could easily be a 5-0 match. Into the box. Marty Bartis displaying some speed and a side tackle forced out on the end line. We'll have a corner up coming from Marty Bartis. Again, some good defense on this near side wing. Again, I think that's Kelly Anthony.
Just sit in the middle area. Push on more,
Anthony's
Mary.
played well as the senior from Woodstock.
Go on, Mary.
Team leading 37 chefs. She was a kid, wanted to be a pastry chef.
Corner.
She has certainly put something together sweet so far in this match, and we'll have another corner. So Marty Bartis getting her workouts. This will be, I believe, an in-swinger from that near side corner. 17-21. Yep, in-swinger. Here it comes. A header and in to score. As that will go to Renee Gillespie.
19.
I thought it was Gillespie, or was it Gibson? It will be Gibson all the way up from the fullback position. So that threw us a bit. That will be the first goal for Gibson.
So nice, Lex.
17, I think 13 left on the clock. Marty Bartis gets assist number 2 of the match. That is assist number 5 now on the year. Nothing.
Just close the space. She's going to beat you
Like
if
we
you
said,
go
now
like
it's
that.
Gibson who.
Close the space.
That's only Gibson's fourth shot of the year. That's what we were saying. It was a bit of a surprise when they pull everybody up there, but Gibson usually is much more of a defensive presence. Got a thump on it, got it in. Nice to see her get involved in the action. There's Gibson right there with the header. Soleil puts it to her feet. On the move. Soleil working on that near side sideline, and we'll lose it. Have a substitution for the Lakers at the next stoppage. And we'll see for the first time ETR Doran coming into the match. We'll tell you when she does.
Move the ball.
Marty Bardis with those
March.
pair of assists
25. Who are we going for, please?
will move it
25
Use
for
the
over to the
space.
far side. There's Guernsey.
Thank you.
Guernsey with
Okay.
a nice little pass across the middle of the zone.
Any throw. Any kick.
We're ahead by Granja. The foot of Granja. She got the pass in from Bacariso.
Switch. Ask for the ball, Lex.
Ethanen
Easy.
moving it through Guernsey on that far side wing. We'll try to look again for Bacariso.
Give it a horn.
Bacariso couldn't get free down there. So here we go. We'll see coming in Ethiar Duran
Team.
for Clayton State. We're also going to see Carly Dunn, freshman from Cobb Island, Maryland, coming in for the first time. For the bench, getting a rest will be Renee Gillespie. She scored the first goal, 37-41. And coming out for the Patriots, it's Haley Bigler. Corner is taken from the keeper, Casey Murakami. And at the 15-10 mark of the first half, a 3-0 lead remains for Clayton State. Joseph alongside. We thank you for tuning in, and we're going to get a whistle. Is that offsides? Do they call it offsides? I believe, yeah.
Claudia, that's good. We're spraying the ball around. Really good.
The official did that. He's a little behind the play. There was no the flag.
I don't know where I'm going.
The sideline official with the flag was
Come
well behind.
Tove it.
I'll say it was an offside.
Come here and make yourself
Close.
space. Now go forward.
And tripped up. Marty Bardis goes down, and we'll have
Shot clock.
a stoppage of play on a hard foul, and hopefully Marty Bardis is okay. I think, was that Carly Dunn? Yeah, I think it was. Looking into the shadows, I think it was Carly Dunn who just entered the match, who picks up the foul. Marty Bardis now getting to her feet. Carly Dunn from Cobb Island, Maryland, out on the eastern shore. I'm going to look exactly where that is. There's some interesting places out there, like Smith Island and Tangier Island. Smith Island might actually, that's the place in Maryland or Virginia. It's right on the borderline.
Organize it. I want to see
Delmarva
it.
Peninsula and some islands out there that's tough to get to. But Cobb Island, 35 minutes from the nearest high school. Where she had to go to La Plata, Eastern Shore, Maryland.
Drop in, Mary. Drop in with legs.
Into the box. Too wide. They were looking for the 5'11" Claudia Granja. And I think Soleil is going to get a breather into the match. Will come for the first time Danielle Fletcher, the senior from McDonough. So Soleil has worked tirelessly on this near side wing. We'll get another corner. Here it comes into the box, and just missing there an opportunity from McKevitt to put it in goal. The good news
Drop
is
inside, Maria.
it was
Drop
taken by
inside,
Marty
Maria.
Bardis, so she is okay after the injury. And Marty Bardis
Back to the
continues
center,
her duty
Jim.
as
Stay.
the designated kicker from those near side corners.
Claudia.
Anthony was
inside,
playing down
drop
there once
inside.
again.
Let her have the ball. I don't
Anthony
care.
You can always
McKevitt
step
headed
forward.
out in front of her. Francis Marion,
Drop off 5 yards. Drop off.
we
Now
said,
get the
the school
ball.
located in Florence, named after the Patriot, and we'll tell you about him as we get into the second half.
Claudia, get out of there. Get
One
out of
of
there.
the
Open up.
really historical figures that
Center half. Switch play. Keep the ball
a lot of
moving.
people
Through the
might
center
not
half.
know about, but really helped found this country. If it wasn't for him, we might not be in the United States right now, at least as far as we know it. Named the Swamp Box. Ryder will lose it
Now watch behind you, Bremerton.
down that near
Tori,
side.
dig deep, you're faster. Connect and win that one, okay? Jay, you're okay.
Durr,
All right.
long throw in, looking for Fletcher.
Drop.
Back to Charman, who has had so far what has been a pretty quiet afternoon. 12 and a half minutes till the half, a 3-0 lead. The score so
Hurricane is
far
on.
put in from Gillespie, Bacariso, and Alexis Gibson. Nice that they're seeing now some scoring opportunities come from sort of all quarters of this team. We'll see Fletcher getting the pass for the
Outside,
first down
outside.
on the near side wing. Trying to cut a path to the goal.
Harry, go inside, go inside.
We're getting
Referee!
against,
Thank you.
there's a whistle there. That was Carcano
Maria, Maria.
out on the wing.
Go.
And we'll see
Well
on
done,
the
Daniel.
corner. And Marty Bardis
Good job.
out there once more. Marty Bardis, last year 18 games. That season that was so good. Player of the week twice. October 19th and the 21st. She had 11
Maria.
goals and 25.
Maria. Maria. Claudia, react.
I'm sorry, 11
Claudia,
goals.
react.
She has 25 points in
On your
total.
toes.
She's starting to get there again this year. See what she can do from the corner. See another set piece here at the 11-minute and 10-second mark. Off of
Keep the ball,
well,
Danielle.
there's a free kick just,
Move the ball. Move the
just
ball
outside
now.
the corner off of a defender's face. She's okay. And roll
Drop
to
in, Maria. Go
Murakami.
central. Danielle, drop towards halfway. Every time, Danielle, we drop and then we can step up. Mary, are you okay with 20? Come on.
Under 11 minutes to play in the first half. Will Schindler with you. It has been all Clayton State to this point. They've looked good. As Francis Marion
Now move the ball.
so
Move
far
the ball
looking for
now.
their first win of the season, 0-9.
Good run.
And which is kind of curious. Like we said, they've dropped down from D1 to D2. You kind of thought, well, that they would have a better year. But like we said, it's been a rebuilding season. McKevitt tied up over there. Granha now will take it. Granha trying to turn around her defender. As they're letting them play, Granha finally will get fouled. As a lot of contact. Finally, when somebody hit the ground, they did blow the whistle, though. I like that. And it will be a foul on the Patriots. And on number 11, Kelly Anthony.
Oh, Erica.
Guernsey.
Pass for that ball.
Well, let's see. Watch it. I think Bacariso will take it left footer into the box on 2 hops. And there's Murakami.
Tuck in, Mary. Tuck in. Tuck in. Tuck in. Again, Danielle, turn around. Drop your back all the way to the halfway line. Good. And then we
Daisy
can come and make the ball.
Murakami,
Maria, one of you on the half.
2-time
Jane,
state champion
What's up wrong with this picture,
in
Jane?
South Carolina from the beautiful city of Charleston.
Jane, I need you behind Maria every time. Okay?
Under 10 minutes to play, about 9:20 now and ticking till the half.
Will you work to get the ball, E?
Clayton State has looked good. I think the only negative really for Clayton State has been, and we hope it's not a big injury, was Ina Tapio, who helped off the field. But other than that, they've been pretty much flawless and nothing to complain about. Durr will play back to keeper Charman. Charman winds up and will direct it out as Wiggum was down there. We have Tori Wiggum, senior from Ocean City, Maryland, and
Every kick out, you're sitting 5 yards in front.
Wiggum has,
Get behind and come and meet the ball.
I don't know how many touches she has really had where she could put anything on it. She's lurking down there, they'll get it to her, but just quickly play it out. And Wiggum has been sort of a non-factor just because, well, there has not been much of a established attack so far from the Patriots.
Good. Move the ball.
You got to credit to the Clayton State defense and also the Clayton State offense. The fielders have done a nice job keeping that ball in the attacking third even when it's removed from the box. Long pass, they'll look for Fletcher, has it go off of her left foot, trying to turn here and move into the box on that far side wing. Nice little nutmeg, but then it'll be kicked out of bounds on the near side. So, play again by Carcano. Marty Bardis on goal, has it go off the keeper's hands. Did that go over the line? No, they'll say it did not. She lost it for a moment, and I thought maybe Murakami was going to let in just a little bit of a gift goal because she could not control the shot totally from Marty Bardis. So it rolled back toward the goal line, but they said she stopped its progress before it made it over.
Move the ball, Erica.
It's a 3-0 lead already. Under 7.5 minutes, 7:25 to be precise right now, till the half. Clayton State, the Lakers, looking good here so far at home. Second game of this homestand. They played so well here at home, and only
Come on, Daniel, ask. Ask, Daniel.
seeing that high here at home. Unbeaten though.
Good, Claudia.
Gone
Lucky,
high,
right
looking
idea.
for Fletcher. Cut off there once more
Yeah, you
by
gotta
the
give her that
defense
space.
of the Patriots. Give credit to Cartano. Chased over there by Jessica Garnett into the corner. Garnett trying to move it back out. And it's down that sideline. Stays in bounds.
Hold the ball.
Stay down by Clayton State. And that's what we're talking about. I mean, they've
Hold
had
the
some of that
ball.
decent
Come on,
defense
Mary,
at
ask for the
times,
ball,
but they
Mary.
just
Open
can't
your mouth,
clear
Mary.
it. And the midfielders have really played well, making sure that Clayton State stays on the attack. Here's Durr.
Look at her,
Durr
Mary. Good
puts a
ball.
right
Right
foot
idea.
into the box.
Unlucky.
Was looking for Granja. Exited again by the
Drop in
fullback
behind, Jane. Drop in behind.
Francis Marion. But still, look at this. Here we go. Miitanen. Miitanen on the attack. The left-footed shot just over the crossbar. Yasmin Miitanen,
That's
the
when you drop
freshman
in. Well
from
done. All right.
Kuopio, Finland. It's only her third shot of the year. But that was a savvy play. Figure with the lead right now at 3-0, why not take it? We just go past 6 minutes till the half. Murakami will play it out. I mean, it has been maybe not inside the box the whole time, but it's been close to at least over the center line, if not into the attacking third, most of the match. As here's Marty Bardis into the zone, coming out the keeper, she'll lose control. Let's see if they can pick it up. Here's Fletcher, a long opportunity, she wants to take it. She instead decides to go to the middle. Now she takes a long opportunity and will boom it over the crossbars and way over the back fence and into the forest. So Fletcher, a little bit too much vinegar on that shot. And Clayton State, I mean, has just been pressuring on Murakami and the Patriots the entire afternoon. Lakers are 3-1, or 3-8-1, I should say, all time against Francis Marion. And so, I mean, like we said, this has been kind of an odd year for them, but they're really happy though with the young
Claudia,
players
you're going to
they
sit with
have
me. Hey, hey.
coming through here.
Claudia, you're going to sit
They're
down now.
getting
Let's
some
sort this
experience
out.
this
Okay?
year.
No more. Okay?
We'll lose Wiggum, their leading scorer, though. She'll be a senior this year, and we'll lose her next year.
Claudia, you keep your head. Do the
But
simple things.
a lot of the rest of
Listen
these
to me.
players
Just keep your head and do the
getting
simple things.
valuable game playing experience. Anthony, a long kick.
Well done. Well done, Jim. Well done.
Coming over was Duran, and
Hey, drop.
got a foot on
Hey,
it, but
you got to tune right back
so
in.
did Anthony, and we'll have a throw in here for Clayton State.
Get out. Go for your second ball, Lee.
All right, Kelly, well done. Drop.
Headed right back out by Kelly Anthony, here from Woodstock.
Move away and come back.
For
Move
her
away and come
family's
back.
here for this one. Their closest home game. Maria Marty Bardis, left foot, tries to go over to Guernsey. Guernsey has to turn and get it back before she can cross the center line. Nice pass ahead to McKevitt.
Show.
Jane McKevitt from County Tipperary in Ireland. To the wing.
Back post, D.
And before the defender could get over there, that's crossed to the goal and nicely picked up by Murakami. Avery Towns was over there.
Halfway, turn around, see the second ball.
Towns couldn't get there. We'll see Amanda Eckert coming in for the first time when we get a break for Francis Marion. All Clayton State, a 3-0 lead. Just about a little over 3 minutes to the half. 3:10 right now. Like we said, I'm sure the coaches have to be very, very pleased with how this has gone, except I think the halftime speech will go something like, hey, remember what happened last time? It was a 2-0 lead, and it was pretty much a domination against Montevallo, and then that ended up being a 2-2 tie, and I'm sure that doesn't need to be
Get a rest,
reinforced.
Maria.
Team well aware that what happened on Wednesday,
Get
their
to
last
the
time
halfway
out.
line, right in the dead center, please. Come
But
and
they've
win this
looked
header
good.
for me.
I mean, there's really not much to
Maria, on your
critique
toes.
here. They've attacked well. The goalkeeping play that has not really been tested much from Sharman has been outstanding. And lost out before Miitanen could close on it. And we'll have a throw-in going into the attacking third for the Patriots. So now we see Amanda Eckert coming on, the freshman from Clayton, North Carolina. Born in the home of Little League Baseball, though, was Eckert in Williamsport, Pennsylvania. Emily Brommer will leave and rest the final minute 54 seconds of this first half. Charman will have it to her feet, now picks it up, and let's see if she'll want to play a drop kick. Conserving time, a 3-0 lead for Clayton State, so why not? The Lakers have not had their goalkeeper really touch it. Maybe, I don't know if this is the 4th time in that ballpark of touches for Charman. Has not been much at all. She had one perilous save that she lost it, but then fell on top of it after a long pause, a long second beat. And played out down that far side sideline. Coach Schindler with you, reminding you, game 1 of a doubleheader. We'll have game 2, the men against Francis Marion. That coming your way about 7:30. So that'll be under the lights here this evening. And Jessica Charman, the aforementioned goalkeeper for Clayton State, will join us on the broadcast. So if you'd like to stick around, feel free. Laid out on that far side. 41 seconds.
Get warm. We're going in the second half.
Clayton State, a 3-0 lead. It's been really good so far. We'll have a goal kick coming here for Charman. For Francis Marion, you got to think that they're going to want to come out and try to attack more if they can. I mean, they've really been on their heels the entire match. Like to see, if you're a Patriots fan, Tori Wiggum get more involved. Not for lack of effort, she just hasn't had an opportunity to touch the ball that much. 6 seconds. There's Wiggum. Wiggum, it's slide tackled out by Gibson, and that'll end the first half. All Clayton State, a 3-0 lead. Scores from Renee Gillespie, 2 assists from Maria Marty Bartis. We'll see also into the goal category, Manoli Bacariso, and adding the first of her season, Alexis Gibson. So there you go, the first half in the books. Clayton State, the Lakers, looking dominant so far. 3-0 as we go to half. We'll be back in roughly 15 minutes to get you set for the second half of play as you're watching Clayton State Soccer. Welcome back, everyone. Fresh 45 on the clock. Ocean with you. A 3-0 lead for Clayton State coming out of a half here over the Francis Marion Patriots in the dominant first half, to say the least. We talked about the match against Montevallo on Wednesday, and that, of course, was such a dominated first half, too, by Clayton State. They ended up watching Montevallo scratch back in that one and tie it at 2 apiece, and that's something they want to prevent from happening here, although we talked about how dominant it was. It was a 14-3 shots by period advantage for Clayton State in that match. Well, this afternoon, 18-1. 18-1, Clayton State has outshot Francis Marion to this point. They also had 9 corners to 1. It's been, needless to say, one-sided. But, like we said, the lesson from Wednesday was it looked one-sided the other day. Ended up being, well,
Gene, when you get into position, Gene.
close match.
Forget the referee. He's
Ended up
made his
being a tie.
decision. Come on. We switch off. The game goes by us.
Wilson with you. Reminder, 7:30 will kick off the men's match between Francis Marion and, of course, the men of Clayton State.
Mano. Leave her alone,
Clayton
Mano.
State
She's
now
no threat.
will attack into the sun, which is to their advantage and disadvantage of the keeper,
Send her out.
Murakami, and now as it drifts back into the shadows, covered up there by Charman. She's got a little bit better assignment, not having to look into the sun and playing into the shadows. Left to right across the screen. Clayton State and white trimmed with orange. Those dark navy jerseys of Francis Marion trimmed with white across the front and red numbers.
Come on, girls. No too fancy.
Sun has come out right now and right in our eyes for the rest of the match probably till the end. It's like we said, tough for the keeper on this side of the field too. Moving it ahead and escorted out there by Francis Marion. Well, we promised to tell you a little bit about Francis Marion, the man. We will. We'll do that here in the second half. And we get a little pause and maybe a little tippy-tappy play instead of no one's attacking right now. We see Francis Marion start off some of their best sort of at least pressures of the match. And like we said, there hasn't been much of that. So we'll see Ifia Daron, a lady from Madrid. Daron passes it back to McKevitt. McKevitt looking to the near side. Here is Bacariso on the wing. Swings it inside, deflected. And let's see, kept alive there by Clayton State. And a shot trying to get a goal. McKevitt slays it off the rebound off of the attempted shot on goal from Daron. He got it deflected off of the foot of the fullback back there. And we'll have a goal kick upcoming for Casey Murakami. 3-0 lead for Clayton State. Again, if you're just tuning in, Renee Gillespie scored first, her third goal of the season at 37-41. We then saw a goal from Manoli Bacariso. Bacariso at 34-15, and then at 17-13, Alexis Gibson got her first of the season. We saw also 2 assists from Maria Marty Bartis in the first half. There's McKevitt playing it back. Gets it back again off the touch. McKevitt tries the shot on goal. That's off the face of one of the defenders. Yikes. That whistled in and off of the face of one of the fullbacks. Let's see, who was that? Allie Duckworth, senior from Kennesaw. Haven't seen much of her name this afternoon, but Duckworth got literally a face full of that one. Here's Ifiar Daran to take the corner from the near side. Daran puts it in, an outswinger, and couldn't swing it out far enough. Swings it back over the goal is the right footer. We'll watch now a goal kick upcoming from Murakami. Murakami has had a busy afternoon. 10 saves in the first period by Francis Marion. To give you an idea, they credited Charman with 0 in the first half. So you can tell where the action has been played on the pitch We haven't had to do much tennis looking as far as swinging our heads back and forth and back and forth. It's pretty much been on just one side and stayed there. And they've really had just trouble clearing it at times.
Yes, move the ball now. Open up. Remember what I
Especially from the
said.
midfielders has been outstanding.
Have a goal, Eric. Have
Kevin
a goal.
comes over to Guernsey. Guernsey, ball on foot, leaves it knocked away by the defender. Nicely done by Jessica Garnett. Trying to clear it here, Francis Marion. They get almost ran at the back of the official. It's like they're almost chasing the official down at this point. We'll move it away, and the official got caught in the wash there. That's like if you ever seen an umpire in football in the NFL, kind of back there with the linebackers at times, they get involved in the play. That's sort of what happened there. All right, let's tell you some about the man, Francis Marion. Now we have the time in this 3-0 game with 33-36 and ticking toward the conclusion, at least of regulation. But the school named after one of the Patriots that a lot of people now have forgotten. Maybe in South Carolina, he's playing a little bit more.
Come on,
they'll play
open
it
up
back.
your body.
We will
Let's
see
move the ball.
Newton play it back out.
Check,
Here's
check.
to Guernsey.
Let's move the
Some
ball.
crosses and a little bit of a stumble from McKevitt, but she keeps it alive. Gets it right back to the passer as Guernsey moves it ahead. There is Bacariso. Bacariso on the near sideline. Bacariso trying to knife through the middle. Left foot centers it. There's a shot on goal just wide on the far side of the post from Ethiad Daran. Francis Marion was in the late 1700s one of the premier guerrilla fighters for the Revolutionary Army and was in the Southern Campaign. That campaign, in fact, did not go so well. You might have heard of Bunker Hill and the Battle at Yorktown. Although Yorktown was the final battle in the Revolutionary War, it really was not the deciding battle. That sort of was the penultimate battle at Utah Springs, South Carolina. And a lot of historians think that is what settled the Revolutionary War and ultimately the defeat of the British troops. And that was, of course, had to do with Francis Marion. Utah Springs not really so much of a town anymore. It was a location on one of the lakes down there. It was a swampy area, and I don't think underwater. There is Marie Marty Bardis. McKevitt plays it back. Daran now. Daran trying to get into the box. Daran will move over to the far side now as it's trickled out to the far side wing. We'll see Fletcher into the corner. Fletcher trying to play it there. I think with rhythm on her. And that will be moved out now as, again, gathered by Fletcher. Fletcher's been active out there, trying to move it to the middle. And Bacariso almost with a high kick. It is played back out toward the center. And we'll see Miitanen trying to come to keep it alive.
Open up, other side. Keep the ball moving. Okay, center me.
Francis Marion, though known as the Swamp Fox, got that
Drop
name
off. Stop
from
making a run,
Colonel
Gene. Drop off.
Tarlington.
Get the ball. Now, switch. Pass the ball.
Honestly, Tarlington was
Find your feet, Dirty.
only reputed as one of the
Go on, Erica.
worst, or at least most feared generals. As that is an attempt from Bacariso that is sent back out over the center line. Looks like we're going to get two substitutions here for Clayton State. We'll see Paige Waitsay will come in. We haven't seen her much this year. Also returning is Yanni Brower. McKevitt is out, and so is Daran. And we'll see a throw in here from Guernsey after the substitutions for Clayton State. Clayton State trying to remain on the attack. Here's Bacariso, the Ecuadorian, moving towards the box. Trying to cross to Marty Bardis, sends it back behind her. Coming over there is Brower. She'll lose it. Moving it over onto the far side. I believe that is the aforementioned Leafsay. Leafsay there. Trying to get loose from her defender, Avery Towns. And that'll trickle toward the end line. And kicked out. And we'll have a throw in on the far side for Fletcher. Battle of Camden, South Carolina actually was a huge battle where Francis Marion started as well. That was a huge defeat. One of the biggest defeats of the entire Revolutionary War. There is still a battlefield, in fact, in Camden, South Carolina. If
Pass the
you're
ball.
driving by on Interstate 20 in South Carolina, you can go see that.
Claudia, the easy pass.
Camden was unfortunate enough to be the home of the big loss in that Revolutionary War to the British. They also were the home of a big loss,
Easy 10-yard
a
pass
big
on the
battle
switch.
as well, as that's played back to Jessica Charman.
Open up.
But in the
Offset,
Civil
Maria,
War,
Maria.
that's where Francis Marion started his guerrilla-like tactics after that battle, after a big loss in Camden. Played into the box, a nice little touch pass, but really nothing there. And they were maybe looking as was Marty Bartis for Bacariso to crash into the goal. And
Maria,
shoot
second
not
ball.
only
Drop
nothing,
in and
so
pick
it
up
was
the
an
second
easy
ball.
pickup for Casey Murakami.
Claudia, on your toes.
But it was Colonel Turlington who gave Francis Marion his nickname, the Old SWAT Fox. Got lost in the swamp trying to chase him, couldn't get out. And as we talked about that battle in Utah Springs on August 31st of 1780, 500 British soldiers captured there, and that sort of was, like we said, the penultimate battle, but wrapped up the Southern Theater and made Francis Marion the legend he is today, and also now credited with being the start, at least, of the Army Rangers. So there you go, a little history of why the school is named the way it is. A 3-0 lead right now for Clayton State with 34.
Step up, Claudia, Paige, step up.
I think that's 34 minutes on the
gotta be
scoreboard.
better,
It's
Maria.
soaked in sunshine, so hard to see.
Gotta be better.
Give a thumbs up,
Look what
that's
we
correct.
just
We'll have
heard.
a whistle here
What we do.
as a foul,
Pick up. Keep possession.
and it will be headed
Get up.
in the direction of Francis Marion.
We're too cheap.
Goals coming again from Gillespie, Bacariso, and
Paige,
Gibson
drop
for
in.
the Lakers.
Drop in and let her come to
We
you.
have not
Good.
seen really the offensive push as much here for the Lakers. We'll
Maria,
see
you're gonna
the
turn
free
and go for
kick
that
taken
second
by
ball.
Kelly Anthony.
Claudia, sit.
Anthony, the senior from Woodstock, Georgia.
Nano, be aware.
She is looking into the sun right now, so it's kind of hard for her. She's looking into the shadows, having to shade her eyes, and she'll take it just off of that shade line.
Drop in, Nano. Drop in.
On its way, and headed back out there. I think that might have been, no, it's hard to see, but I'm not sure if that was Brower or not. Actually, it was Leipzig was over there. I think headed out for Clayton State. Either way, they're on the move now into the attacking third. They'll play it back to Granha. Granha trying to look back to the middle. There's Brower. Brower, a touch pass to the near side, trying to set up Bacariso. They'll go back to the middle. Marty Bartis thinks about it for a moment before going off to the near side wing, and there is Guernsey. Guernsey, no shots on the year for her. She'll play it down to Bacariso. Bacariso, a nice little swinger onto that cutter, and that was
We gotta go in there.
Granha trying to get a header into the far side of the goal. Could not, and the pass went wide. So a nice setup, good thought, but they couldn't cash the check, and here is Casey Murakami with
Good ball,
the goal
Nano.
kick.
More aggression, Claudia.
Well, if you knew all that about Francis Marion, sorry to bore you with it again, but if not, kind of interesting. Like we said, a history that we don't talk about as much, getting 250 plus years out.
10 on the move, 15 on the right.
And the crosser it in. It is Maria Marty Bartis. 2 assists for her, now at a goal. She has gotten 4 points already in this match, and a 4-0 lead at the 32, I think, or 3 mark. 2 in the second half. That is goal for her, number 6 of the season. She leads the way. She now has 5 assists. She's racking everything up here. She now has 17 points on the season. Started with 13. 4-0. Clayton State looking to improve to 6-2-1 on the year. Francis Marion and Carroll falling to 0-10. We'll go forward now. Start using his bench here a lot more in the second half, especially when you have unlimited substitutions. Here's Bacariso, a score for her already. Freshman from Ecuador trying to cut in, moving it back, trying to shirk a defender or two. Goes back to Brower. Nice move. A spin move to her left side and puts it right on goal, but right into the waiting arms of the keeper, Murakami. It was a beautiful move there. We really should credit Yanni Brower, the Danish defender.
Well done.
She'll head it
Come on,
back.
Claudia.
And headed back by one of the fullbacks for
Keep option.
Francis Marion.
Go on, Jess!
Moving it up this near side sideline. Bacariso turns, moves down that end line and tries to put it at least toward goal for one of her teammates. It's blocked out off the back of one of the defenders.
Very simple. That's it, Paige. Start again. Well done, Paige.
I see. Made a move inside, realized there was nothing there, now retreats. Ball back here to
And again, Paige. Go in
the
central,
young
Paige.
defender
Ask for it.
Newtonen,
Ask for it.
and then up to Guernsey.
Mano, protect the ball, Mano. We win the ball
Bacariso has
first.
it taken away for a moment. Playing defense, Jessica Garnett on that near side wing. She'll have the throw in now. We'll
All
see
right.
coming in Maddie Miller, the freshman from Augusta. I haven't seen her much, I don't know if at all this season. At least not much at home. Taking a seat will be Marie Dur. Marie Dur will come in and have a breather. Like we said in the second half, you've got those unlimited subs. You can come back and re-enter as much as you want. First half, once you're sitting, at least for the first half.
Behind 20 and let her go forward.
Half an hour left.
And again.
A 4-0 Clayton State lead. We saw 3 goals in the
Mano,
first
drop in
half.
between 14 and 20.
And
Just
then
drop
we
in.
saw
Let
goal
11 come to
number
you. Turn around and look at 11,
4,
man.
just put in
Mano, look at
by
her.
Maria Marty Bardis, who continues to grow her
On your toes
legend
with
here,
the
the
ball.
graduate student 5'5" from
Come on,
Girona,
Paige.
Spain.
All you. Maddie.
Sunshine has been shining on this field and shining on the Lakers
Referee.
to this point.
Get up.
Like we said, at halftime it was a 18-1 goal disparity, at least shot disparity, we should say, on goal, and that's really impressive. Fletcher has it played off of the shin guards of one of her defenders,
Good ball, Maria.
and that was Hannah Poulin. Man, at 7:30, have that broadcast for you. The same matchup of these two squads here in the Peach Belt. Bacariso, the near side, Bacariso. Trying to move it in the goal and tried to cross it and knocked away. Well, Tapio, who was injured in the first half, we should mention, still hobbling around. We won't see her return. She has, I think, about on the right knee. Just looked like she was kind of banged up, icing it up. Hopefully that's nothing too serious for the young lady who got her second start of the year. Murakami sends it away. Ranha, 5'10", stopped it, but then played back. We'll see the first touches for the young lady from Augusta, Maddie Miller. Miller going to Bacariso. Bacariso will move, trying to go in the box. There's a collision, a whistle. They play on and left out, and it will be going Clayton State's way. I said, though, it was funny. Manoli Bacariso came up and said, "Boy, you like to pronounce my name, don't you?" I said, "Well, it's Bacariso, right?"
We're good,
Yes, it is.
Get
All
organized!
good. Just want to make sure it's correct. What do you see in the States much? Here's Livesey. We'll send it back over
Keep the ball.
to
Simple.
Brower. Brower looking on the near side Bacariso. A crosser and send it toward for Granha, but that's off the top of the crease. That was sent in there for a moment as it was high for Granha, but I think that was coming over. Was that Soleil? Yes, it was. Tobin Soleil
Come
was
out right,
coming over.
Maddie. Come out wide, Maddie. Maddie. Maddie.
That's who had that touch. We thought maybe Granha would get it, and then Soleil really boomed it in, but just a little high. There's Wiggum,
Get back. Jasmine.
been kind of a non-factor in this game. Just they haven't been able to get her on any breaks at all. I mean, it is pretty much been played on one side of the pitch.
Man on! Tori's coming! Tori's coming!
Go forward, Mano. Go forward. Well done.
I mean, all in all, actually Murakami has had some really fine saves. There's been a few. I mean, this game is 4-0 right now. I think it could be 7-0 if she wouldn't have made some saves. Wiggum tried to at least get something going and lost out of bounds, but it was knocked out by Clayton State. So Wiggum will maybe try to get a throw in here from her teammate Carly Gauthier. Gauthier, freshman from Lutz, Florida. Gauthier will throw it in here. Kind of an interesting story. She was actually a place kicker on our high school football team and hit 26 of 30 extra points, which we've seen in the past at high school, female place kicker, but it's kind of still a rare thing. But hey, if you can kick, you can kick. And those extra points are very much valuable. Second quarter of the match for Francis Marion. See this from the far side. It'll be Emily Brommer, the freshman from Angier, North Carolina. And a nice ball, but Charman will cover it up right away before she gets too deep in the zone. Brommer, part of that 10-member recruiting class. That's like we said, this has been a team that really is rebuilding. And when you've got 10 new members of the squad here at the 25-minute mark, a 4-0 lead for Clayton State, it's really been a turnaround year for Francis Marion. But like we said, with those 10 new members, they're getting at least a lot of experience. Fletcher ran out of real estate and trying to clear it on that far side wing. But like we said, these midfielders, defenders, is Gibson, who has scored here for the first goal of the year, came up to stop it. There's Granha. Really the midfielders and those defenders have played up on that line, and they have been a stone wall back there, not really allowing anything past them. Here's an opportunity, trying to move it forward. There is Gauthier. And across, but played back by Mietonen. And right now, let's see, right in the sun. I think that's out and going Francis Marion's way. It was right. Couldn't see that. Oh, a throw in from that far side. This time of year and this time of day, we are looking right in there. This is sort of our sunglasses sponsored game. And a whistle. And a foul on Clayton State. Free kick upcoming for the Patriots. I know the Patriots. I think that's a good name. I don't want to quarrel too much with it. As Kelly Anthony looks to line it up, and we'll have an opportunity here for the Patriots to take this free kick. Anthony with a goal already on the year, the senior who is tallied 9 coming in. So I think 10 total, but hasn't been updated. And that's nicely covered up by Charman. So a long direct kick. And Charman tested for one of her first official saves of the match. 23:04 and ticking. As Bacariso on this near side wing. She's got Marty Bartis back in the middle. Crosses it. Let's see. The header coming in. And Granha gets her first score, but no, they'll wave it off. Was she offsides? Oh my, that looked so nice, so pretty, so brilliant, so well thought out.
Keep the clock rolling.
And apparently also so illegal. It looked good. I thought she was onside. We thought that maybe it was going to be score number 5. Nice ball fed by Bacariso. Granha put it away. All washed out by the offsides call.
We'll get you.
I was saying though, the Patriots,
Drop,
I'd
Erica,
like
drop!
to see them change it. I mean, how about the Swamp Foxes? That'd be kind of cool, right? I mean, that would be a neat little name change. Patriots, not bad.
Open up, Maddie, open up. Step
Just a
forward, Maddie.
suggestion.
Good girl.
Put it in that suggestion box.
Jasmine, turn around, look at the ball. Back off.
So the curtain
Take the
will
ball,
fall
come
on
on.
this right now, looking pretty good for Clayton State. A 4-0 lead. Although, the last time out, the Swamp Foxes were down, I believe, 4-0. Well, see, look, I used it right there. The Patriots were down 4-0. Francis Marion came back. Almost came back. They
Keep
were
working,
led
Nano.
by
Keep
Wiggum.
working.
But right now, well, it has, like we said, really not been their night. Not been their season. They're parallel falling to 0-10.
Nano, turn around,
And
look at the ball.
0-5
Turn
in
around,
conference.
Erica.
It would be the third win for
Claudia, let's
Clayton
just drop
State
to
in
halfway,
conference.
Claudia.
They
Let's
improved
see
to
if they come
3-1-1
Claudia,
in conference,
drop into the half.
6-2-1
Maria, drop off and go and get the
overall.
second ball. Coming along.
Skylar Young, we expect to join the party here as soon as she can get in. She's been standing there for a while and just has not gotten buzzed in, at least that pause of play. Virgil Ford using his bench here in a match that has been controlled by his squad, basically almost perfectly executed the entire match. I mean, that could be a fifth goal there. We saw that whistled with an offside penalty. Other than that, not much to complain about at all. Third corner from the far side. And this is going to be a right-footed kick from that far side. Outswinger. Play back there. Granha. Let's see. Can she make a move? Pushes down her defender. They will not whistle it. And she will be on the move. Well, here's Speed. She's got one to beat. Tries to go over to Bacariso. Bacariso, the pass was a little bit behind her. And it is kicked out to the far side by Carly Gauthier.
Well done, Claudia. Well done.
Finally into the match will be Skylar Young, the junior from Conyers, Georgia. Went to Georgia Military College before this. We'll see Claudia Granja, the senior from Barcelona, coming out. We said between Granja and Duran, one from Barcelona, one from Madrid. Countrymen, but a friendly rivalry between those two cities. Actually, Barcelona has wanted to, that Camelon area is one of their own independents from Spain.
No corners!
Marty Bardis, also a fellow countryman, over there in the Camelon area toward France. And they'll use it now as a free kick, goal kick, I should say, coming here for Francis Marion.
When we switch, we're going to go
We're
on.
going to see Alexandra Bigby, freshman from Douglasville, also.
Tana, don't go there.
So right now, Clayton State taking the time to get some experience here and putting in some of their players. A 4-0 lead as 19 minutes left to tick away in this match. On that far side. And wrestled out and out of real estate and some good defending down there. I think that was Soleil, I think it was down there. Yeah, on that far side. Tough to tell. But that was Tobin, I think. Well, they call a foul instead of
No worries, we
having it
got you.
roll out on that end line. So a free kick here for
Win the ball,
Francis
Maria. Win the
Marion.
ball.
They're playing, looking, they've had their own struggles. They have only one victory on the season, and they'll look for number 2 against the Francis Marion squad that is on, at least on the men's side, had a better season than the women, but they're on a 3-game losing streak themselves, are the Patriots. Like we said, the men trying to turn around, so that should be a good match here this evening. Both teams not in the direction they were hoping for this season, and so the men will try to get things going.
Not on their throw.
In the match that will take place about 7:30. And for goal number 5, Bacariso scored once, has it kicked away from her. Headed back by Guernsey, and that will be headed out of bounds by Guernsey.
They got to point the other way.
And starting to come in now to warm up here after this will end. We're about 17 minutes and 20 seconds from putting a final by this one with a 4-0 lead. Scores starting from Renee Gillespie, going then to Maria Marty Bardis. Well, actually, I'm sorry, that would be Manoli Bacariso. Then Alexis Gibson, then Maria Marty Bardis here in the second half. The only score. She also has Maria Marty Bardis. Scored, or at least had 2 assists as well.
Drop back, Battle. Drop back.
For a good year, a good game for her. Over the center line.
Win the ball.
Shadows Really,
Hold the
it's
ball.
on one side where there's it's just light. That's where Clayton State's been mostly playing. Let's see, will they have an opportunity live? No, I'm sorry, that's Young. Young had it for a moment. Played by Marty Bartis, and then off of maybe the tippy toe of Skylar Young. Covered up by the keeper
Look at the
Murakami.
ball, man. Look at the ball. Yana, I want one of you to come and meet this ball. One of the holding mids. Yes.
In the air, back and forth by Clayton State. 16 minutes. And a 4-0 big
Put your body
advantage
there.
for the Lakers.
Hey, get it on the ground. Get it on the ground.
Peter, you should judge that. Let's go.
Horn.
And that'll be ushered out.
Danielle.
Young to throw it in.
Go to the left.
She'll have Maddie Miller come over now to do the honors. So Miller, a little young defender from Augusta.
Yana, switch with Yasmin. Yasmin going to midfield. Hey, you sit now and give her a bit of a roll, okay?
Puts it in. We'll see Alexandra Bigsby for the first time launching it toward the crease, taken by Murakami.
Good girl. Look at the 4. Now you're good. Now you're good, Alex. Good shape. Well done.
Final 15 of this one. Good look for Virgil Ford at some of his younger players. And some experience for them. Skylar Young, speaking of younger players, they're young. And now Marty Bartis sends it out to the wing.
Get in there,
Trying to
Yasmin.
cross it. And Young heads it back. There was nobody home there, though. She, I think, was probably trying to put it on goal. Instead, she headed it back outside. Moving it across the center line. Picked up there by Gibson, the solid defender, with a score already for her first of the year. Outside, there's Livesey. Livesey with a slight touch, and they'll play it back across into the shadow. Schindler alongside, staying with us, is a 4-0 lead. A match that has been utterly dominated by Clayton State. Here's Maddie Miller. Maddie Miller turning. Miller working against her defender. Tripped up for the moment. Loses control. Nicely taken away. Picked her pocket there. Did Gauthier. Stopped again, though, by Bigsby. Miller back to Bigby. Bigby. Move it ahead to Young, I believe, and now it's knocked out of the zone. Met there by Mittinen, back over to Bigby. Bigby, they're going to swing it in toward the crease. Bigby, a long shot, a hopper, taken by the keeper, as covered up by Murakami. I'd say if there's good news here for Clayton State, I mean, they put in the younger players, they played and hadn't missed a beat. Still has been very, very attack-oriented. Here's Marty Bartis. Marty Bartis trying to lean over here to Miller. Miller on the attack. The defender down on the near side wing. Miller can't get there in time to try to cross it or get a shot on goal.
Abby, can we keep this area free, please? Where's my team? Where's my players?
Good duck again.
No, Pete, it's just I want to see the players. I can't see
Step
them.
car, step
The
car.
only thing is Bigby plays it back to Miller, and they'll get a touch shot on by Mittinen. She cooked it too much, and maybe she's looking for, I think Bacariso was down there, but it was well out of her range.
You.
So Clayton State over there with Paige Livesey, the junior from Bremen, Georgia. We'll see, I think that's Wiggum playing it up for one of the first times, trying to get across center line. She could not.
Sierra. Can you get through? Okay.
It's been dominant though. 4-0.
Pass the ball. Pass it. Open up. Open up.
There's no statistic on possession in soccer. As Marty Bartis had a little touch and go and
Keep the ball
couldn't
moving.
get back
Keep the
to
ball
her.
moving.
Although here, let's see.
Move the ball.
And move it ahead is Mittinen. Back to Bigby. Mittinen put it off her left foot, plays it in the air, trying to look for Bigby. Now over to Miller. Miller trying to get a touch on it, trying to control it. Sends it back. Mittinen now will chase it down, and the freshman plays it off to the near side. We'll get a whistle on a foul.
for us.
it was clean. She was out in front of it. I thought so.
Here we go.
Like going to the ground was Gautier.
Get overloaded.
Urgency!
But he said there's no possession statistic, but if there was, it would be heavily in the favor of Clayton State. And this has been sort of a possession clinic.
Keep the
going
ball
on for the
moving!
moment. Charman has been tested, I think, only twice in the second half, maybe. I know she's had one save. The other one might not have counted statistically, and that's sent into
Horn.
the net from the far side. We'll get a substitution here for Francis Marion. We'll see Melina Much, who junior from Valley Center, California, coming in.
Stay more tucked in now. She's gonna be on the
Seen her
left.
for a while, coming back out.
Here we go.
She is Hannah Poole. Much has been injured a lot of her career. She wears that heavy brace on her left
Let's come this side of the
knee.
referee. There's too many
She
in
missed
there.
all
Come
of
on,
last
let's
year.
finish this. You're all right.
Played 10 matches in 2014. Had an injury there, but also was injured the senior year in high school. So it's
Yeah, move the
sort of
ball. Yes,
unfortunately
open
the
up.
story for
Open
her
up.
and
Maddie,
her
Maddie, Maddie, Maddie.
career of soccer.
Yes, open up.
Played
Take it
past
space,
Much
take it
by Big
space.
B. There's Miller. Miller moving it now
Still wants some
to one of the attackers. And that is lost by Young, but they'll move it back over, trying to get a little touch inside Marty Bartis and covered up by the keeper. Murakami came over and Marty Bartis kind of missed it. Could have been a fifth goal. A 4-0
behind you.
Clayton
Come on, keep talking,
State
girls.
lead
Open up,
with
take it space.
9:39 and
A
ticking.
lot of
Here's
space.
Maddie Miller. Miller trying to center it and cannot. The defense cuts it off,
Come on.
but the defense just can't seem to clear it. They can cut it off, but they have not cleared it well. Brower tries to knife in.
Outside, Sky, outside.
There's Young. Young crossing and again knocked away. They've been good in the box, but getting it out of the attacking third and getting it over the center line just has not been there for Francis Marion. Setting it up now, goes back across center line, but to play it back to her own
Yes,
defender.
go. Move the ball.
There's Gibson on the far side. Gibson will dish off to the corner. Ray Marty Bartis plays it back
Move the ball. Move
to
the ball.
Niitanen, the freshman from Finland, moving it forward and towards the box. Here's Marty Bartis, dangerous from where she is, plays it out to the wing though.
Good, Emily.
Taken away, Bacariso over there fighting toward the corner, and it'll roll out of bounds, but I believe we'll have a corner kick
Corner.
for
No,
Clayton
not in
State.
the corner.
And so Bacariso comes away, they'll give it to Marty Bartis. Maria Marty Bartis, a goal and 2 assists already in
Maddie,
this
Maddie.
match.
On the D, on the D.
And
On the
with
D.
about 8:05 left to play, it's been very one-sided to this point.
Maria.
Carly Dunn returns for the Patriots.
Let's go.
Also,
Come on.
we'll see the return. Renee Gillespie scored the first goal all the way back at 37-41, starting this
Shot
match.
clock.
No, no, Erica, leave it. Leave it. Mano, go take that. Mano. Come on, go take the corner.
Alex, that's good. That's good. That's good.
And so let's see, they're going to take out
the
Marty
corner now.
Bartis, who was going to take the corner. Now they'll send back Manole Bacariso,
Well done, Maria.
freshman from Guayaquil, Ecuador.
Alex, use your sticks. Good. Pick up the second ball upstairs.
Go.
And a little bit shy of goal. Miller was at least fed back to her, but Wiggum for the Patriots tried to play it back out. Saved, kept alive by Clayton State. Try to play it back in. And Bacariso has to go off her feet as they were trying to get it to Wiggum. 7:20 and ticking, a 4-0 lead, and right now the Patriots just see if they can get something going. I think at this point they'd just like to have an attack or two.
Move the
I
ball.
know, been literally on their heels pretty much this entire second half of play.
Hey,
A
White,
whistle
let's move the
picked up
ball.
there. A free kick upcoming, so this could be an opportunity to get at least into
Drop.
the zone
Drop.
of Clayton State.
Come on, let's
I
win
mean, the
this ball.
fullbacks for Clayton State have been
Come on,
pretty
Jasmine, I
much
wanna see
playing
ya.
with their heels on or over the center line.
Renee, we can move.
That free kick goes right into Clayton State, and they move it right back over once again. I mean, this has been a defense, midfielders and fullbacks that have just absolutely stonewalled any thought of offense, at least in the second half from Francis Marion. They did so for much of the first half as well.
Alex
Here's
outside,
Miller.
2v1.
Big B flanks it to the right. Big B trying to cut it back over. Nicely touched by the defender. Miller winds up, tries to swing it in, and pushed down from behind is Young. Played out, and we finally have a whistle as there's a foul committed,
Shot clock.
and we might have a card. I think we are. Yellow will come out, and the first part of the night goes against Paige Leafsay, the junior from Bremen, Georgia, and a free kick here coming for the Patriots.
Maddie, the other side of Maddie, Maddie, drop.
Allie Duckworth was the one fouled, and she'll take the free kick. We're going to see Amanda Eckerd coming into the game as well.
Just be aware of this, Maddie. Just be aware. And drop off, Yana. Drop off.
We're ahead, Gauthier.
Come on, Renee, put your
Gauthier
body
tied up
there.
there with Gillespie.
Take it
Gillespie
back.
takes it away from her. And now we'll move it
Go
ahead.
with him.
Over to the far
Push on,
side.
Maddie. Push on.
Pushed ahead by Bacariso. Bacariso played over there by Towns. Bacariso stops. Towns goes past her. They'll move it back over now as the shot on goal deflected there
Come on.
from the defense off of the foot of Lise though. 5.5 minutes left to play. They do get ahead now. Opportunity for the Patriots. Cut off there by Gillespie though. They stopped the momentum for a moment. Still though in the attacking third. Towns now moving over. Towns crosses to the middle. And coming back is Newtonen before Brower can go out to Miller on the near side wing.
Keep the ball. Keep the ball. Look inside, Jasmine.
Miller,
Yes.
a touch pass. Nicely played the back and forth. Went for, we thought to Gillespie, but Meekman came over and took it. They look for Bacariso. A defender got in her way. They'll move it ahead. Here's Gillespie looking for goal number 2. Sends it in toward the net, but near side and wide. And we're going to get to see the substitution coming in. Eckerd, as we mentioned, and checking out for the Patriots. That'll be number 9, Melina Munch. Munch will come out at the 4:38 mark.
Step up.
Murakami sends it long. Looks like a handball, and yes, we'll get the call.
There we go.
Unintentional, but came up and got the hand. Carly Dunn, the freshman from Cobb Island, Maryland.
Pass the ball.
Come on, play.
Tori, go! Amanda, stop! Amanda, stop!
We're Schindler with you. We thank you for staying tuned in with us. Reminder at 7:30 approximately, the men will kick off against Francis Marion.
Good.
Looks like a 4-0 victory
Step up, Lex.
will be in the cards for Clayton State unless they add a goal here in the final 4 minutes. Had one score here in the second half, but I mean they would have had a 5th goal, but an offsides penalty. Donha was looking for her first of the season, but it is, I mean, primarily I'd say maybe a minute has been played, a minute and a half, 2 minutes at the most in the attacking third.
Maddie,
Keep going,
outside.
Amanda, keep going. Don't let her inside. Don't let her in!
The Patriots. Everything else has been the attacking third for the Lakers. Big B was trying to get loose on the near side sideline. Alexandra Big B getting some of her first action of the year, freshman from Douglasville.
Let her win the header, Alex. Well done.
Headed back to the chest of Lise, and
Tori's going, Tori's
that's
going!
how move it ahead. Here is Kelly Anthony. Anthony looking for the first time for Tori Wiggum. Wiggum is outpaced though down that near side and flicked out by Yanne Brouwer.
Renee, drop into 14. Renee, drop into 14.
That will have some action now on the
Guys, step in between the two. please.
attacking
Between the
third
two. Good.
for the Patriots.
Win the ball.
And kick Kicked back out, saved though by one of the defenders. Headed in the air, trying to clear it are the Lakers. Brower chases it back and will play it out instead of to her keeper. She'll parry it to the far side. 2 minutes and 10 seconds. Throw in though upcoming here for the Patriots. Can they move it forward? Yes, they are. The Lakers again doing their job to try to get it out of the zone. Flag up, still moving in the direction of Clayton State.
Good hustle.
Meetanen moving it forward. Touch there on the far side by Francis Marion. And these young ladies will return to Florence without the win they wanted. Clayton State, though, has looked solid. A nice bounce back from their tie on Wednesday. And if you wonder, they've not let up in the second half. Well, they scored once, but not for lack of opportunities. They've really put the pressure on it. I mean, you got to give some credit to, in fact, the defense of Francis Marion in the second half. I mean, it could be a lot more one side. They could have just given up. So they played some solid defense. Here's Anthony. And move it to the middle. Under a minute left to play. Winding up and sending it deep. A long direct kick from Duckworth. Just shy of the box though. Gibson trying to play it back out. Caught up with Towns over there. Gibson trying to fight toward the sideline. 30 seconds left. 4-0 lead as Charman comes out and touches it for only the third time in this second half. And she'll pretty much clear everybody out before this one ends. Charman will be on the broadcast with us in the men's game. That will be coming up at about 7:30. Kicks for the center line. And let's see, one last gas from Amanda Eckert. Eckert tries to swing it and comes nowhere near the goal, and that'll go out of bounds. That'll be the match. A 4-0 victory for Clayton State over the Francis Marion Patriots. Goals coming from Renee Gillespie, her third of the season. We then saw scores from Manoli Bacaruso, her fourth. Also contributing in that first half was Alexis Gibson with her first, really her fourth shot of the year. And then we saw Maria Marty Bartis, who already had 2 assists, have her 6th goal of the year at 32:03 in the second half. There's your scoring summary and game summary. 6-2-1 now is Clayton State on the year. 3-1-1 in Peach Belt Conference play. Francis Marion falls to 0-10-0 and 0-5 on the year in Peach Belt play. Well, the rivalry resumes, but really one-sided for Clayton State in this one, as we'll step away. A reminder, at 7:30, we'll have game number 2 of our doubleheader, the men taking on Francis Marion. Till then, we say so long, a solid and convincing win for the women here this afternoon. Clayton State looking good in a 4-0 victory.